I wanted to feel like,
Come on,
say,
y'all.
y'all in the lab with
Y'all
us.
doing is rising.
Peace, kid. You know what I mean? Oh, just move. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. Yeah. My enemies frustrated cause I won't engage. I expose slaves, they ain't fucking with the culture wave. Till I'm holding grape, holding on the vocal lay. In the streets or internet like an open J. Young king playing the part I'm supposed to play. Sapiosexual vibration, I poke your bay. She at your neck like he ain't got the answer sway. Jay got a colorful aura like anime. Young bull flex on all old niggas, go figure. I'm in bed with success, cozier than cold winters. They got a massive team, but nobody know business. I go with hits like a ho-ho, go with Christmas. Had to pause for the bros who missed it. Your boy flow wicked and so liquid. I speak life, build my own bridges. My goal glisten, only cause I'm so gifted. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. I know you feel the climate change in the multiverse. Came up off the stoop in that same hat, only shirt. How you calling that a queen if she only twerk? You on your own with that, son. Lonely birth, move authentic, views all tinted. We know that eye candy in them two doors rented. I ain't out of pocket, I've been cool for a minute. May you dig your own grave and you dudes fall in it. Official moves, like them dudes wearing red and blues. Get the clue, it's what you really better do. Nothing but my hints are new in the vestibule. Anyone else step into need a pedestal. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron felt. Divine for the monologues with the higher self. Pin to the paper lines, hotter than an iron felt. Divine for the monologues with the higher self. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it. Whoa. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Got something with it.
Hey, welcome to AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the PlumpQueen. This is Rising Thoughts with PlumpQueen. I did not get to talk to you guys last night because I had someone that I cared about who needed their own personal session of inspiration. I've definitely had some people in my life that have, taken their lives. So whenever anybody hits me up or wants to speak to me or express themselves, I absolutely give my time and my energy to that because I felt that had that been the case with the person that I cared about, that something different, a different outcome would have, came. So I always make sure that I do that. So I do apologize, but here we are this rising. I'm going to inspire y'all today and hope it'll get your Thursday started. So we all know what's going on and stuff like that. So I just wanted to bring up some points for a lot of my folks who are very patriotic, or, you really subscribe, to where, to this government that we live in this place, this country that we live in. And I just want you guys to just think about certain things. Again, everybody has a right to live their path, believe what they want to believe in, stand up for whatever it is that they like. That is absolutely 1,000% your choice. But let me just give you some information or give you a different perspective on looking at things. And it may make you change, your thought process about certain things. So like, this is the land of the free. This is what we say. It's in, this is what every foreigner thinks of. Everyone wants to come to America, so you can be free and you can make money and you can have financial stability and, and all those good things. And this current situation is showing that that is 1,000% not true. How free are you right now? For all you people who go to work every day, you pay your taxes, you know what I'm saying? You know, and all of that jazz. How free are you right now? You follow the law to the T. You see what I'm saying? Now, the last time I checked, you know, taxpayers, you know, the money that they take out of your checks and whatnot is supposed to fund, you know what I'm saying, you know, the lifestyle and, you know what I'm saying, the well-being of the American people. Right? That's what your money goes to. It goes to all of the medical programs, you know what I'm saying, schools and roads and things of that nature. This is where they're telling you that your money is going to. This is why it's mandatory for you, you know what I'm saying, to give them your hard-earned money after they give it to you. This is what they tell you, right? Now, I don't know if y'all live, you know what I'm saying, in Georgia, but I've noticed that, you know, there's been a lot of construction going on. There's not a road that has been fixed. I'm from New York. They are still working on the Belt Parkway. But your taxes go up every year. How free are you? Right now, a situation that is not under your control, something that you have nothing to do with, but you potentially are going to be forced to stay into your homes. You have no say-so in this whatsoever, but you free. They're not really giving y'all any real information about what's going on. Everybody keeps talking about all these cases. I keep hearing these numbers. These numbers keep getting higher and higher and higher about this, you know what I'm saying, how many people are being, you know, affected or whatever. I hear these numbers, but I don't actually see people. 817 people. Who are they? Do you know them? Have you ever met them? Do you know somebody that know them? You're just listening to what you're being told. Are you free? I was, because I haven't paid taxes in a long time because I'm on disability. So I decided to do some research on exactly, you know, where this stuff goes. So I was looking, and it also says that your tax money goes to, what is the program? It says, matter of fact, let me not lie to y'all. I screenshotted it. Yes, I did. Because I have people arguing with me and all these back and forths, and this is why I keep telling y'all, we really need to stop arguing and debating with each other and start listening and unite. You know what I'm saying? You, just because you have been taught something, that does not mean that it is correct. Like I said, again, you're not doing your research. You are listening to what you're being told. Defense and security, that's what it was. Your tax dollars is supposed to go to defense and security. As a matter of fact, it's 15% of the federal budget that goes to defense and security. So we're talking like programs like Homeland Security and things of that nature. So you are paying for these people to defend you. But it seems like you're paying them to control you. We have no say in this. You're talking about, you think what the government is supposed to do and all that, but you have no say. You are the ones who elected these people into these offices. Let's get back to the voting. Y'all swear up and down that your votes count. And that y'all are making the decisions about who goes, you know what I'm saying, into these places. How do you feel about that right now? All the money that they take out of your checks on a daily basis. And yet, there's limited resources in this country. Again, people come to this country for resources. Our country talks cash shit about these quote-unquote third world countries and what they don't have. And I know a lot of you talk about, I'm not trying to go to this place and go to that place because there's just certain, you know what I'm saying, comforts that I'm used to. Where are those comforts now? Because, see, everybody is in the same playing field right now. I don't care if you're a working citizen. Actually, only people that are really, truly not affected by this is the 1%. But it doesn't matter if you're poor, middle class right now, you're in the same boat. We all got to be quarantined. Y'all are out of work. There's a lot of people that are out of work right now. That job that you swore was your security. Y'all say things about entrepreneurs and, people who try to go out and do things for their own. And your reasoning, for feeling some type of way about it is because you feel like that is stable, that is guaranteed. But this situation just showed you that your job is not guaranteed. You don't own that, so it's not yours. Here's another thing about you being free. Right now, we're in this crisis, and you guys can't go to work. Why you still got to pay Georgia Power? Why do you still have to pay rent? Why isn't it? Why isn't in the budget all the taxes that y'all pay? Why don't have a situation? A setup for if something for this like to happen. To make sure that people make sure they have lights and make sure they have a place to stay and make sure they have water. Now they're saying that they're not going to cut these things off, so you're guaranteed to have them, but your bill is going to get racked up. Oh, they're not going to stop the bill. Just because all 5 of your kids are at home now when they're normally at school, so you don't have your lights on. So now everyone's light bill is going, well, y'all's anyway. I live by myself and my situation is the same. But for those who have children and for those who are normally outside of their house on a regular basis, your light bill about to go up because you're home. Do they have anything set up so that doesn't, that doesn't affect your pockets because you're not being able to go to work because they told you that you can't go? You didn't have a choice. You don't have the choice. They're telling you you can't go to work. They're shutting down businesses except theirs. Here's a question that y'all didn't ask, for you voters. Are you asking, are these government officials, are they getting pay cuts? Do they still get paid? See, are their salaries getting cut? Are these questions that you guys are asking instead of arguing back and forth with people, about their perspective on what's going on? Is Trump getting paid? Yes. His checks don't stop because of Corona. The House, Congress, even your local officials, their checks are still coming while y'all are out of work. And you, when you're working, pays their salaries. Them taxes, yeah. How free are you? Because right now, none of y'all have control over a thing. Everybody is in a panic right now because you have no information. Information that I would think that is due to you because you pay taxes. You've earned that right. You pay for it daily. Are you really free? Right now, from what I've heard from the statistics, about 80% of Americans do not have $400 in savings if anything happens. That's 80. They said 80%. That's a high number. So we're talking about all these people who are out there working 2-3 jobs and still don't have enough money for a situation like this and be good. How free are you? How great is this country actually? Y'all got to wake up. I'm not telling you to just go on and quit the jobs because as you can see, you ain't got one to quit. Y'all need to rethink that shit. Again, you want to go to them voting polls and you want to do all of that, That's cool. But I'm going to need you to educate yourself. And I'm going to need you to understand that unless we stick together as a people, them folks going to do whatever they want, and it's going to benefit them. Like I said, I don't see any celebrities and any government officials, you know what I'm saying, in a panic. And this ain't a black or white thing, guys. This is an everybody thing. Anybody can get it, and that's what y'all don't get either. If you ain't a part of the elite, if you ain't a part of the club, don't care what your color is, you get got too. That's what y'all don't get. This is a haves or a have-not thing, not a race thing. The government, the elites, they don't give a fuck who you are. They'll sell out their own mama to stay in control. And you are aiding them daily because you don't ask questions. You just listen to what they say. You don't make them prove to you that what they say is true. But you'll question the hell out of me, though. You'll question the hell out of all of these people, all these regular folk who don't make that type of bread, who spend their lives trying to research and get this information to share to you. You will argue with us. You will fight with us, ridicule us, while you watch these people do this shit to you. Are you really free? I don't think so. Right now, y'all are thinking about a shortage of food. How are you free? You can't feed yourself. Again, your job, your livelihood does not belong to you because they just told you you can't go to work. How are you free? How do you control anything? Y'all don't know when the next time the products that that you normally use, you know what I'm saying, is gonna come through. Because all our shit comes from China. You guys didn't know that? Everything you use comes from a country that has now been cut off. How are you free? You might want to take a look at the word sovereignty a little bit different now. You might really want to consider that. There are absolutely some lifestyle changes that everyone needs to start considering. I started yesterday, but I'm going to be putting out solution posts from now on when it deals with this situation. Because again, no one is thinking. You're panicking. You're not thinking about solutions. And I'm telling you something that I know. And it ain't got nothing to do with a virus. When you lose a limb, you have to figure shit out in order to live. You don't have, you know what I'm saying, the luxury. At least I didn't. At least that's not the option that I gave myself. I didn't have the luxury of just, okay, I'm just going to allow somebody to take care of me and be cool with that. Yeah, nah. My universe absolutely showed me that that is not the case. You don't figure this out, you won't have it. So I had to figure it out. There are things that I live without that a lot of you feel like, oh, I couldn't, but it's nothing to me. Because living my life is what's more important. My universe pretty much makes me, you know what I'm saying, continuously uncomfortable. It never lets me settle because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Y'all need to take on that same attitude. I'll give you an example. My post about breastfeeding. I've talked to several mothers over the years, you know what I'm saying, their perspectives on that. And a lot of the answers that I get, I try to be, sensitive and not judge people, but we ain't got time for that shit right now. Stop with the laziness. You got free food for your child in your titties. I'm going to need you to start using that. I'm going to need you to stop letting these doctors tell you that you're not producing this, you're not producing that. You need to figure out your body. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's child is different. Your body is going to make the amount of food and nutrients that your child needs, because that's how nature works. Or God, for my religious people. God don't make no mistakes, right? So he has equipped you with exactly what your child's need. It's free. So guess what? During this shutdown, lockdowns and all that, your baby can still eat. As a matter of fact, it's the best thing your child can eat anyway. Because every time you give them that canned infant meal and whatever meal, all that stuff, I love y'all. I'm not trying to say that you're bad parents, but it is what it is. That shit is poison. I don't care how you want to spin that. That shit is not good for your child. It is feeding them, but it is not good for your child. God gave you what you needed to feed your babies. Feed them. This is the things that you need to start thinking about. Just in case things like this happen. You don't control this. I'm sorry. You are not free in this country. So you need to stop walking around and acting like you are. Stop walking around willy-nilly like shit's not going down, because it is. And remember, y'all are bringing these kids into this world, into this era. You have to protect your babies for what's to come. Homeschool parents. Your children are out of school right now. There's a lot of y'all who are about to go out of your mind. That's really what your issue is. It ain't got nothing to do with toilet tissue. It ain't got nothing to do with you not being out of work. It's the fact that now you have to deal with your kids that you send to school to babysit for you. You have to now deal with your kids. This would be a great time to find out what's in your baby's minds right now, what they think about on a daily basis. See, y'all in a panic and shit like that, like, you can definitely use this whole situation to your benefit. It does not have to be this crisis. As a matter of fact, I feel like this needed to happen for some of y'all to sit your ass down and think, because you're so busy punching in the clock. You're so busy worrying about paying these bills that you don't even pay attention to the shit that really matters. And then when you get old and you're not working anymore and you're just sitting there and thinking, then that stuff comes to you. Then you start trying to tell that to your kids who are grown now, who are following in your footsteps. And this is where the argument comes from between the youth and the elderly. That's where this discord comes from. Because you don't learn in your youth. You wait till you sit down, and now you want to just shove that down your child's throat after you done shown them something different. That's why we have to make these changes now, not when you're old and set in your ways. This situation can be a benefit if you allow it to be. For you religious folks, why don't y'all get good with God now, since that's your thing? Get good with your spirituality. You got time now. Sit down. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to your spirit guides. Whatever, whoever. Get your spirituality up a notch, since you don't have to go out in the world for 2 weeks. Ever thought about those stuff? Simple. Y'all got to get your families together. We have to start uniting. We have to start paying attention to one another. We don't do that. We are so distracted with everything in our lives. Well, this is the time. You can take it how you want it. When bad things happen to me, that's the universe teaching me a lesson. So this is a lesson. Everyone's lesson is different. But learn the lesson that you're supposed to be learning in this day and time right now. I'm absolutely going to be stepping up my spirituality. I've been meditating 15 minutes more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, I've been slacking on the opening of the way. I got to get that on point. I need to know that. I need to know, the words to that, just like I know the words to Shaman. When I'm, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to do with this time. You know what I'm saying? If I'm allowed to leave the house, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to live my life. I suggest you guys do the same. But when you're doing that, I need you to have a different perspective on things. I need you to reevaluate your priorities and what's important in life. Make some changes and be prepared for anything. If you think this is bad when nothing's really going on, because again, everybody is in hysteria. There has yet to be an actual threat that has been proven that it is a threat yet. Y'all are all listening to what's going on television. I have yet to meet anybody who knows somebody who even knows somebody who caught that shit. And I'm sorry, listening to these celebrities talking about they got it, I don't want to hear that. Like I said, I want some proof that y'all niggas got that. I heard there are plenty of people who caught it and got cured. Why are we not listening to them? Why we don't hear from them? Why aren't they telling us what they're doing? Why isn't that a major thing? All we keep hearing is about how these numbers keep growing, the numbers keep growing, the numbers keep growing. But I've heard there are thousands of people who have already cured themselves. So, you know what I'm saying? Or gotten help, however that works. Why don't we hear from them? It's bullshit. Okay? Stop listening to these folks. Stop letting these doctors practice on you. They tell you in your face what they're doing to you. Stop listening to them. They have not cured a damn thing ever. Ever. As long as you've been going to the doctor, what have they cured of you? What? You've watched, how many times you've watched your grandmother and your aunts, diabetes, high blood pressure. How long have we been dealing with these diseases and they're not cured yet? They don't cure anything, but you listen to them. How, Sway? You're not using your brain. I'm sorry. I love y'all. But you are being programmed. You are not making a conscientious decision to do that. You just associate a doctor with making me feel better. You don't actually do the research. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You just go into a doctor's office and ask for a doctor. Do you actually research a doctor that's, you know what I mean, that's working on you? Do you ask for their credentials? Do you ask how long they've been in business? Do they get to prove to you that they're actually competent to be a doctor? Your life, you put your lives in their hands. Why don't you do that research on them? They give you shit that you have no idea what's in it. Here, take that Dakala fucking the flukin and flickin flukin. That's gonna help your stomach feel better. But then I tell you, you know what I'm saying, about Alpha 7. You know what I'm saying, or black seed oil, something that you can actually Google. You can see what is in it, what the benefits are. But nah, you skeptical about that though. That does not make any kind of sense. Do your research on everything and every damn body. This is your life and you only get one. Stop listening to people. Just like you keep trying to say, stop listening to them. Just like you check us, check them. And what's even whacker is that they tell you what they're doing to you. These side effects, they got a whole paragraph on how this pill is going to fix this and fuck you up in other places. In the commercials. Y'all don't think about stuff like this. Every commercial that is that's promoting some type of drug, they go real slow on how great it is. They got the people in the background dancing and shit and smiling and all of that jazz. And then when it comes down to side effects, you need to make sure you that's the precautions they tell you. They speed by the precautions in the last 10 to 5 seconds. telling you how it's gonna fuck you up, but do the whole whistling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real slow walking down the, you know what I'm saying? And you buy it. Come on, educated people. All I'm asking you to do is use your brain to actually be free and make your own choices. Because you're not making your own choices. You are choosing from the choices that they give you. That's a fact. This is not my opinion, man. These commercials, man, like, you know for a fact that they hired this model or this celebrity to do this commercial. You know that. You know that they're getting paid to say what they're saying. How many times have you watched America's Next Top Model and you watch the the background situations of how these photo shoots and how these commercials are made? They tell you that they're lying to you. You have a commercial about skincare, but yet this chick got a whole face full of makeup on. And you know she has a face full of makeup on. But you go and buy that shit anyway. Talk about, oh, it makes her skin. No, it damn don't. She got a whole makeup team. There's lights behind her that's making, you know what I'm saying, making it glow. This is something that I know now. I'm technically a model, so I does this. Like, right now, I'm live on both Instagram and Facebook. Depending on your camera and the type of technology you got, goes to show what you're going to see. I'm looking at myself on my new cell phone. I'm clear as a whistle. I can see my curls extra popping. You know what I'm saying? My skin extra clear because they have these things on your phones now where, you know, clears up everything. So I'm popping on this side. But over here on my old tablet, it's a little fuzzy. I'm still fine, you know, with my Angela Davis popping, but it's not as clear. Does that mean that you know what I'm saying, that I've completely changed? No, I'm looking at y'all. I woke up not too long ago. All I did was brush my teeth and wash my face and, you know, puff this out a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know these people are lying to you and you buy it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But then try to insult the intelligence of people like me. Or any of the scholars out here, you know what I'm saying, who are trying to wake your ass up. Now, if you want to choose, literally make the choice to do these things, then that's cool. Free will. But is it free will or how you've been programmed? That's something that you're going to have to figure out. And that's what a lot of things, your type. I know I'm going left with this, but you know what I'm saying? The same thing about it all goes back to, are you really free? Are you really making your choices that you think that you're making? Do you really like the people that you think that you like? Or is it because you just seen certain type of people on TV and they've been hyped up and you've been made to think that to be successful, or that is what beauty is? Is that really your type? Or do you have a complex with yourself? And you don't love yourself. So now you want to attach yourself to somebody that doesn't look anything like you. Is that really what it is? Or are you, oh, I just like... We got to do better, man. Start using your brain. Start questioning everything. Everything. Like, why y'all don't question insurance? That's always baffled me. You guys are made to pay for insurance for your cars. If you don't pay for insurance for your car, you will get locked up. But what is insurance for? Just in case something happens. So if you are a free individual, you should have the choice to either protect yourself, you know what I'm saying, or to deal with the consequences of not having insurance, meaning that if you got to come out of pocket with a whole lot of money or whatever it is you got to fix financially, be responsible for. That's a choice. That's what free people do. Free people make the choice. Listen, I'm just going to deal. I'm going to take that. I got things going on in my life and da-da-da. So, giving you $600, a month when I'm a safe driver don't make sense to me when I could put that on another bill. So, yeah, I'm willing to take that risk because there's people who drive yearly and never get into a car accident. Why y'all don't get y'all money back when shit don't happen? Think about that. You see just all of this money that you guys have to funnel out to them. And what they're telling you is that you're giving them this money to help you. How does it help you? But you subscribe to this shit daily. And you argue and debate with people like me. Like I'm crazy. You got to do better. You are not free. You work for the corporation called the United States of America. You work for a job and a job. You live at your job. You die at your job when you live in the United States of America. Your social security number is your tag. That's your ID card. That's how they identify their employee. You need to rethink. Rethink what you got going on. Get you some residual income. Figure out what it is that you can do and what you can actually bring to the table. And I'm not talking about working for somebody else and making them rich. I'm talking about what is your talent. What can you do while you sitting down for 2 weeks? Figure that shit out. What is it that you're good at? And make a business out of it. There's no excuse. I did it. I'm not in Forbes yet, but I absolutely have a business. I found out what I was good at. I'm good at helping and inspiring people. That is my purpose in life. So I started this podcast. Now I've turned in 2 years later. It is now an LLC. I'm going slow, but I'm going. Inspire Media LLC belongs to me. Wherever this platform goes, it belongs to me. That's what I want. So that's what I'm going to do. Anything that I attach myself with, it has some type of financial benefit to it. For both mutually parties, not just me. You're not just working for me. We going to get this bag. Because you can't do anything without, you can start things, but things do not go far when you're by yourself. That's why I stress unity. Like the information, that a lot of us are trying to give out, they're trying to censor all of this. Just yesterday, the day before, I posted a picture of myself with my logo t-shirt, pretty much telling y'all how much I'm a hustler. I absolutely come from a long line of entrepreneurs. I was giving y'all, pretty much all my accolade, everything that I got going on, all the links to wherever it is that you need, that I got and you want. Now that's what I put it. But because I put the word virus in the captions, they flagged my whole post. Wasn't even talking about the virus. That was simply me promoting myself and the businesses, that I got going on. And they flagged that because of that one word. How are we free? I thought we had freedom of speech. I thought, we had the right to express ourselves and say what it is that we want. That's obviously not true. Riza Islam is about to eliminate himself from regular social media and go to this app called, I think he said it was Cini, C-I-N-I, something like that. Because they keep, trying to delete his videos because he's telling y'all the truth about what's going on. And these folks don't want you to know that. They want you to just listen to the news and how they lie and they fix it up. There's a video that I posted where Fox News has every last one of their newscasters a week before, or 1 week, you know what I'm saying, one day they're talking about how ridiculous the situation is and this doesn't make any sense and da-da-da, and then not even between 5 and 7 days later, they're recanting and completely saying a completely different thing. Do your research. Critically think. That is something that we have lost. We do not critically think. We just go by the norms. And we have to stop doing that. Don't men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Don't think for 1 second that the news is not going to lie to you, because they lie to you every day. Do your own research. And I'm not saying that you take what they say too, but do your own research. Look at other sources and you compare your notes and then you come up with what makes sense to you. Don't just listen to me, and definitely just don't listen to them. Because I don't care what you say about me. I care about y'all. I care about people. I would not be doing this right now if I didn't care about people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs and hustlers. I can absolutely put 1,000% of my energy into any one of those other businesses and probably will be rich in the next couple of years. But that is not my purpose. My purpose is to help my people. So I'm going to figure out a way how to do that simultaneously. Because that's what's good for my soul. I would not feel good. Like I'm saying, money isn't everything. I would not feel good, like these 1%ers. I could not be a Beyonce and a Jay-Z with all of this bread and all this other stuff. And I see the people who got me there, the people who've been buying my tickets, singing my damn songs, fighting each other, about business that ain't got nothing to do with them. I could not see them suffering or being in a situation and not say nothing. And I got all of these resources. That cannot be me. I'm sorry. That's not how I operate. I can't do it. So I really care about y'all, man. I really, really do. I really, really do. These folks don't. But you listen to them. Wholeheartedly. Cognitive dissonance is so real. I was just talking to, Dr. Atasi, the gentleman that I've been telling y'all about with the Alpha 7 and whatnot. He had a free consultation while we was at the restaurant before I interviewed him. This lady has cancer. He does demonstrations, gave her some of the water, proved to her that the water that he has, will lower her blood pressure and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And 2 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever it is, proving everything that he is telling her to be true. Even going as far as the medications that she's supposed to take, showing her what the side effects are. And every time he named the side effect, yeah, I'm going through that. Yeah, I do feel that. Yeah. So you're agree. So he's proving to you that the shit that they're giving you is the thing that's really killing you. And you know what she says to him? Yeah, I'm gonna try chemo one more time. After this man just proved to you that what he got going on, what he just gave you actually works, actually fixed what they're saying, what they're giving you, what they're saying is supposed to get fixed. And it's not hurting anything else. Do you know how frustrating that is when you dedicate your life to help people and then they just don't give a fuck? And then when the shit hits the fan, then they expect you to save them right away now when you've been trying to save them. This whole time, been trying to tell you year in and year out to do this, that, and the third. And then you expect them to give you the cure now for free. You expect them to just give that to you now because you need it. When we've been telling you This is why some people, you can't have sympathy. It's not about, you know what I mean, me being mean. Or, it's not what that is about. But if I keep telling you something, think about your kids. You keep telling your kid, don't touch that. Don't touch that. If you touch that, this is going to happen. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. And they keep touching it and something bad happens to them. Of course, you're going to care about your baby, but you absolutely going to tell them, like, listen, I kept telling your ass that this was going to happen if you keep doing this. Why did you do it? No, I cannot sit here and have overly sympathy for you when you have been told. There's no excuses anymore. If you watch AMPspirationTTV, there is no excuse. Do your research. Do your research. Stop listening to what these folks are telling you. The people who are draining you. You complain about your bosses and how much you hate your job, but you will ride for them niggas. You'll come at me talking about when I come to you with, a home-based business, or something that you got to do a little bit more work in. You look at me like I'm bugged out. You ain't got no time for that. But not only do they mistreat you, they can shut you down. They don't even have to let you go to work. This is proving it. How many years you been working at your job? 10, 15, 20. They gonna help you? Because I guarantee the CEO of all them companies, are straight in my Safari voice. They don't got no severance packages for y'all, for the workers, the people who actually built their business. They don't got no safety net for y'all. And guess what? When it's all subsides, all the BS that you got going on, guess what? You still got to come to work. And you still got to be on time. And they will dock you if you don't. They don't give a damn about what just happened. What they know is that their business has been shut down for 2 weeks. And you got to get your black ass back up in there and get this working. We need our dividends. Are you really free? I'm going to need you to rethink that. I'm going to need you to think about that when you're sitting down with these 2 weeks. Are you really free? And I'm going to need you to look up the word sovereignty. And I'm going to need you to adapt that into your vocabulary and figure out how to do that. There are several ways to survive. We are just a bunch of lazy ass spoiled individuals to think that having material things means success. And it doesn't. Because all that weave y'all got going on, what y'all ladies gonna do? It's so much, to pinpoint. You spend so much money on how you look. What that gonna do for you right now? Them lashes. Y'all can't go out there and get them no more. If your weave needed to be done, if your hair need to get done, before they shut this down, you asked out. You might want to learn how to take care of your natural hair. Might be in your best interest to figure out what God gave you. You might want to get used to your own face. Because I don't know where they manufacture Mac from. But if it's from China, y'all aren't getting that. You might want to get reintroduced and start loving your own face. Because there's a lot of y'all who truly believe that you do not look good without all that stuff. So you're going to be walking around feeling very disgusted with yourself if you are put in a position where you have to survive. I'm going to need y'all to start thinking about stuff like this. And this is about your survival and your quality of life when shit goes down. Might want to think about that. Food. Scarce. There's a sister named Tazara Path. She's been teaching, people how to grow food in their apartments for years. So I live in the South, but I still live in an apartment complex. There's no excuse not to be able to grow your own food. Yeah, veganism, vegetarianism, all those things, you might want to look into that. Because you can't grow fish, you can't grow chicken, you can't grow steak, pork, and all that. You can't grow meat. But you can absolutely grow fruits and vegetables. You can actually get you some soil. You can actually get you some seeds. And you can actually plant those things. And guess what? They replenish themselves because the fruit has seeds in it. So you just take the seeds out of the fruit that you've already grown and you replant them. You see how that works? You see how your family gets to eat even though you can't go to the grocery store? See how that helps you? You got to start thinking survival. We've been playing. This country has been playing with your ass and making you think that everything is just honky dory, and it's not. You have been fed a false comfort. There is no safety net when shit like this goes down. Y'all in the same boat as the rest of us. You're in the same boat as even the people who ain't got no job. You're in the same boat with them right now when you in this quarantine for 2 weeks. None of y'all have access to food, and it's not because you ain't got the money. It's just not there. So it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that now y'all both are on the same playing field. This might give you you uppity folks, you know what I'm saying, give y'all a reality check about what people deal with on a regular basis. For those of you who think that, oh, there's all opportunities for everybody and y'all just being lazy. And okay, well, check it out. See how that works? Not everybody's lazy. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying, is just want to live off the system and do all that. This is coming from somebody who lives off the system. They give you just enough to function. Not live. Function. Okay? There are people who work 3 jobs and they still don't make enough to save. Working 3 jobs. But you ain't got enough bread to save. And they're on every public assistance thing you could think of. Section 8, all that. They got all of that. And still can't get up out of that. Don't you know every time they go up maybe $5 on my disability check, they cut my food stamps by 10? And they do not give me a lot of money. I did not work enough for them. They didn't slave me out enough for them to give me a bigger percentage. This is why I'm a hustler. This is why I'm an entrepreneur. This is why I look for opportunities. Instead of me being upset at them, they're going to be who they are. I'm going to figure that shit out because I have to survive. Despite what they got going on or what they're going to do. They are absolutely not fair. You guys, you know how you guys say how proud of y'all all of me because I do this and I'm amazing, all this other shit. Well, they don't think that shit's amazing. You know what they think this is? Okay, so since you good, we ain't got to help you. It would be very beneficial to me, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get a Cesar ride to go to the grocery store. That's all I need. I don't need a home attendant. I don't need nobody scrubbing my walls and all that shit like that. I don't need that. I could wash my own ass. I could cook my own food. You know what I'm saying? I can clean my own house. All of that's great. But it definitely would be beneficial for me to be able to get a ride to the grocery store and for someone to help me up my stairs with my groceries. I get it done. Don't get it twisted. But it would be helpful. It will put less wear and tear on my arm since I use it so much. But according to the government, I am too well off to get a ride to Walmart that's 5 minutes up the road. Because I'm not dead, I'm not dying and, you know what I'm saying, full of, you know what I'm saying, all these diseases and all this other jazz. I don't deserve help. That's how this government thinks and how they move. But see, you working folk wouldn't understand that. See, some of y'all, again, think that everybody is just living off the system. That ain't me. I ain't asked for this shit. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? And I do everything in my power to be self-sufficient. I'm not just sitting around thinking that I want to be. You know how much money I was making prior to being on disability? Huh? I was making $1,200 a week. I was killing it. Absolutely made way more money when I was in the workforce. They not doing me no favors. But it is what it is. So I have to make things do. I have to figure shit out. I had to think. Use my brain, my talents, and figure that shit out. And that's what I'm doing. You got to do the same. You have to understand. These people give no fucks about you. You got to care about yourself. We have to care about each other. We have to stick together to fix this stuff. It is too many of us. We should not be afraid, you know what I'm saying, to get robbed if this shit goes down. That is not how it should be happening or how we should be thinking in our communities. This should be a time where we can all come together, use our resources so we can be all right. That's what should be going on. But you know what niggas is doing? Figuring out how they gonna get a gun and some ammo just in case one of you folks come through, you know what I'm saying, when it gets bad, you know what I mean, and wanna rob somebody for your family. That's coming, y'all. And it ain't because they're real criminals. It's called survival. And you watch this shit on these TV shows all the time and y'all think that shit is entertainment. These folks is telling you what's coming. That shit is real. When you got 5 kids at home that are crying because they're hungry and you ain't got no job to go to feed them. And you don't know anything about growing food, so you can't even go into that. But you know Susie, you know what I'm saying, right next door, who got her shit together, was prepared, got everything you and your kids need. What you think them folks gonna do? What you think they're gonna do? So this is why we have to change our mindset. If we stuck together, that wouldn't be an issue. Because if you knew that somebody had 5 kids over there, you would share. Like all of this buying up toilet tissue and buying up this and buying up that. Do y'all understand how selfish that is? So you gonna buy up everything for you. You gonna buy 50 gallons of water. You gonna buy, 50 packs of tissue. Right? And you have no intentions of telling people you got that shit. So you just want to take everything for yourself. And then get upset if somebody come and try to take that shit. That is what this country tells you that it's okay. That some people can have and some people can't. And that's the way of the world. And it's your fault if you're not one of us who has. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't take the opportunities. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is not cool. There's enough resources on this planet for everybody. But some people are allowed to have more than others. And in situations like this, that should not be the case. No one should be able... Man, how is it cool for somebody to have 5 houses and 5 cars? And niggas out here ain't got nowhere to stay. How you got a whole church? You got these mega churches that these people build. Y'all give y'all tithes and shit like that, but they're closed. How you can't go to church for help, for a place to stay, for food? How, Sway? That shit don't make no sense. And I don't want to turn this into a religious thing, but that just doesn't make no sense. And the first thing they say, oh, it's to protect. Protect what? That's supposed to be God's house. And we supposed to be his children. Why can't they go and stay there if they're homeless or if they can't eat? Why isn't that the place to go when shit like this happen for you to get your healing? Church should be the first place niggas should be able to go. Come on, man. Y'all got to start thinking and using your brain. We have to stick together. We have to stick together. and stop listening to what these people keep telling us. Do your own research and use your right mind. Not what you've just been told, not what because this has been the norm. If that shit don't sit right and if it don't make sense, 9.5, 0.999 times out of 10, it does not make sense. It's not true. You gotta do better, man. Sorry, they cut me off on Instagram. I'm new to this. Like, it's bugged out, man. Y'all, I love y'all. I really, really, really love y'all. But you ain't free. You are not free. As long as you live in this country, you are not free. You're going to do what you're told. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much time you put in. I don't care who you voted for or none of that stuff. You ain't free. You don't make your own decisions. You do what you're told, especially when situations like this happen. So I'm going to need you to understand that and prepare yourself. I'm going to need you to stop watching The Walking Dead and start preparing for The Walking Dead. Y'all think that show is so great, but if that happened right now, what would you do? And would you survive? Are you going to be that, the black girl with the dreads? Are you going to be that gangster? Are you going to be the guy, I don't really watch it too tough, but I've seen a couple of characters and whatnot. Are you willing to do those things to survive? Can you even keep up? You know what I'm saying? Y'all be talk that gangster shit in these songs and whatnot. But if it really came and boiled down to it, are you physically fit and, in a position to even protect yourself like that? If you had to go in hand combat, would you win? Do you have the stamina? Do you? That's why your health is important. Ain't nobody just sitting here trying to, just tell you what to do. This shit's important. That's why I'm serious about my health. Like, I ain't for anybody that knows me, I've never been a fighter. I can literally count on my hand how many fights I've had in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I use my throat chakra. I could talk my way out of anything. You know what I'm saying? But by no means am I going to allow anybody to do anything to me. I'm going to figure that shit out. Trust me, I'm not the person that you want to make your victim, because you're going to work for that. And this is why I'm trying to train myself, get my health on point, get my stamina on right. I need to learn some self-defense situations. I took martial arts when I was a kid. I need to perfect that shit. I'm about to figure out how to get me a gun, learn how to shoot that shit, all of that. Because at the end of the day, I want to survive. I didn't survive this to just lay down. Nah, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to fight until it's my time, because I'm not going to leave this planet a second before or after it's my time. So while I'm here, and if I got to go out, I'm going to go out motherfucking swinging. You should do the same. Especially for those who have babies. You brought these babies in this world. It is your job to protect them. It is not your job to pacify them. I love you, parents. I understand. I get it. But no. You need to rethink these holidays. You need to rethink spending all your goddamn money on Christmas. We waste billions of dollars a year. Think about all the money you spent in December and how that shit could have helped you right now here in March. Huh? All them toys that you bought them sneakers, them Jordans, and whatever other bullshit you buy your kids, how's that going to help them right now? You might want to think about that. Stop wasting your money. Stop wasting your resources. Stop giving these kids material things and teach them what they need to be taught. Teach yourself for that matter. Because there's a lot of you parents that have no idea what your kids are learning. When I was a child, my mother was able to help me with my homework. She knew the work that I was doing, and that's why she was able to help me. A lot of you parents have absolutely no idea what your children are learning, and you cannot help them with their homework. because you don't know what the hell they're teaching them. That doesn't make any sense. How can you reinforce education that you don't know? That doesn't make sense. You might want to think about that in these 2 weeks. What do your children really need to learn? Does your child know how to balance a checkbook? Like my mom, I ran my mom's business, you know what I'm saying, when I was 12. So I know how to sell products. You know what I'm saying? I know how to give the customer what they want. And I know how to take the money. What my mom didn't teach me, you know what I'm saying, was the background stuff. The spreadsheets. You know what I'm saying? She didn't teach me that. Most of your kids don't know that either because they don't teach that in school. They teach you how to be a worker. They don't teach you how to be a boss. They teach you how to work for them. They don't teach you how to work for yourself. You should be doing that. You keep saying that you want your children to have a better life than you. So why aren't you preparing that? If you go to work every day and come home and do it all over again, you're not preparing your child for a better life. You're preparing your child for the same life. You're preparing them to work for somebody else, just like you, to wait until you're 60 or 70 years old to buy a Camaro and thinking that you're doing something. I see it all the time down here. We seen these real nice cars driving down the road. And when I look inside, you think it's supposed to be some hot shot young dude, you know what I'm saying, or rich guy, whatever. Nah, it's great grandpa going through his midlife crisis because he spent 40 to 50 years working to get that car. That is what he worked his whole life for, to get that car. This is what you guys are, you know what I'm saying, are spending your lives, spending 30, 40 years so you can get a car and a house that don't belong to you. That they can take as soon as you get into some type of financial situation. You own nothing. Nothing in this country. Stop believing that. That house you live in is not yours. Don't you pay property taxes? That property ain't yours. You are paying somebody to allow you to stay on that land. It ain't yours. They won't even allow you to do that. I was talking to a homeboy of mine because, like I said, sovereignty is what I want. My own land, my own house or whatever, solar, you know what I'm saying, solar paneled, you know what I'm saying, out, growing my own food, have a well, you know what I'm saying, where I can get my own water, true sovereignty, where I control the resources that I need. That's what I want. But guess what? I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know in the state of Georgia, they will never allow me to do that. They're never going to allow me to live off the grid. They're not going to let you do that. So if you are not allowed to live off the grid and live the way you want to, nigga, you are not free. You are not free if they won't allow you to live the life that you want to live. And you're not bothering them. If I got my own land and my own house that is solar by the recharged by the sun, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your electricity. I don't need your grocery store because I got my own land where I can grow my own food. I don't need your water because I got my own well. I don't need you for shit. Why is that a problem? Why is living off the grid a problem? If this is the land of the free, that's what people come here for. Why is that a problem? Yes, I'm glad you said that, Melody. Do you know that it's illegal to collect rainwater? You will get locked up if you put a bucket outside. Rain comes from God, right? The shit comes from the sky. And it's illegal to collect it. How are you free? That makes no sense. How can you legally be okay for you to lock me up for sitting a bucket outside and allowing the water to come into it and I collect it and bring it into my house? How is that a crime? How is that a crime? And guess what? When you go to work and you vote and you pay your taxes, you implement this shit. You allow this. We allow this to happen. And this is why I say you got to wake up. because you allow this to happen. Everything is legal. So they get to do this stuff. This is why they have all these mass hysterias. They put you in a position to allow them to do this shit to you. So then when you rebel, well, you let me do it. That's why I implore y'all, do not let these people vaccinate you, because that's what this shit is about. They had to find some kind of way to make you allow them to do this to you. Because they can't force it. They can't just be like, oh yeah. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't blatantly do that. So they have to figure out some type of way to convince you that it's the best thing for you, so you'll just run and take it from them. How are you free when they're going to tell you that they're going to make it mandatory? You won't be allowed out of your house. You won't be allowed to go to the grocery store. Your children won't be allowed to go to school. You won't be allowed in public if you don't take this vaccine. How are you free? Last time I checked, that's what vaccines were for. Vaccines are supposed to stop you from being able to contract whatever it is if you come in contact with it. That is the whole point of taking a vaccine. So why would anybody who is vaccinated be afraid of anyone who isn't vaccinated? The only people that need to be worried about are people who aren't. So the people who aren't vaccinated, we are the ones who's supposed to be, have the issue. And being around y'all shouldn't be a problem either, because y'all ain't got it, because you've been vaccinated. So me being around you would honestly be the best thing, because I know you ain't got it. And me being around you shouldn't be a problem, because you're vaccinated. So why are they going to make it mandatory for you to do that? Why are they going to force that on you? How are you free? Why they don't tell you what's in these vaccines? Why do you have to research that? Why isn't that common knowledge? Every time they come up with one, well, we put this amount, that amount, this amount, whatever this percentage. Why isn't that public knowledge when this is mandatory? Does it make sense? Critical think, people. Use your thinking caps. Yeah, banks are closed, but they still taking money. Don't think for 1 second if your account is in a zero that they not gonna add that overdraft fee, because they gonna do it. How are you free? You're not. As long as you live here, you're not free. So please stop listening to these people. Travel. Go outside of that little box of an area that you grew up in. This world is way bigger than that. The world is way bigger than your perspective. Broaden your perspective. That is the only way, you know what I'm saying, that you can grow. You got to do better. I love y'all. It's pretty much all I got. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I promise you that I do. And I just want us to be better. I want us to survive. We have survived so much, and we're going to. We've survived everything that has ever happened to us. This shit right here is nothing compared to the Atlantic slave trade. Nothing. To be quite honest, us people in this generation, you know what I'm saying, within the last 100 years, we don't know shit. Keep it a buck. I ain't never been raped, hung. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had to be packed in with a bunch of people vomiting on each other and shitting on each other. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never got whipped. I ain't never had to watch my husband, you know what I'm saying, be castrated. I've never had to watch my children be sold. I never had to deal with none of that. None of y'all have had to deal with that. But our ancestors did. And with all of that, we made it here. So we gonna survive this shit regardless, I promise you. And this is why I need y'all to have that mindset. Because your mind controls everything. You can be okay. But if you think you're not okay, you will create problems. And this is why you have to use your brain, because they are creating problems in your mind. And what you think of most is what you manifest. So if you think, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Oh, corona, corona, corona. Oh, da, 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 da. Guess what? You're going to bring that forth. Words are absolutely powerful. Why y'all think Trump got into office? Y'all spoke that man into that seat, because that's all y'all damn talked about. Didn't matter what it was, whether you were agreeing with him or whether you were bashing him, whether you were calling him stupid, calling him orange head, or whatever it is that you was talking about. All y'all talked about was that man. All you heard was Trump, 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 Trump. And you trumped his ass straight into that damn seat. What you think about most is what you manifest. That's why you need to focus on other things. Is why they have these things to distract your focus. Y'all are focusing on corona. Corona's about to take over your whole life, because that's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about, okay, something's going on, so how do I find a solution? When anything happens, that is the approach you should be having. This is going down. This is what's lacking. So how do I find that? Living as an amputee 101. I need my shoe tie. So I know that I got to do the loops and whatever. So if I make my finger do this and do like that, then I can pull it. I know I can't go out in public with my titties hanging, so I need to make sure that I need to put on my bra. So then I need to snap that first, and then I need to maneuver my way into it and put it on like a shirt, because I need my bra on. See what I'm saying? When you don't focus on the problem, you can come up with solutions, and that's anything. You need to be self-sustainable. Yes, Tiffany. You are not free if you go to someone else for your resources. I don't care how much money you make after taxes. If the government takes your food, takes your water, takes this and that and the third, and you can't function, you are their property. Period. Now, if you're cool with that, that's 1,000% your business. Keep living your life. Not everybody gonna make it. But if you want to survive, then you're gonna have to change how you see everything. You're going to have to unlearn and relearn. And it's going to be hard. It absolutely is going to be hard. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and make it seem like, oh, it's about to be peaches and cream. It's not. Because the older you get, the more set in your ways you are. It's really hard to reprogram yourself when you're an older individual. So it's absolutely going to be maybe the toughest thing that you have ever done. But I promise you, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it to your children. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your babies, because you brought them here. And they deserve a chance to survive. And it's your job to teach them how. And I know your parents may not have done that. And I'm sorry for that. But now you have the opportunity to break that cycle and do something different and to save your babies. Save your babies. Because if you don't, they will snatch them up. They have proven that. So, I love y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all Thursday. Make sure, matter of fact, since we talking about it, I got to talking. Totally forgot. Get you some Alpha 7. You know what I'm saying? So you can go out here and live your life. Take my 3 shots. And I'm going about my business. Okay? I didn't start my business 2 years ago to shut it down because of Corona. AMPspirationTTV, Inspire Media LLC is going to progress and is going to grow every year. Slow and steady, but it's going to grow every year. And I'm going to keep putting in my due diligence because that's what I'm going to focus on. Not about to focus on that. I'm prepared. As I said, I got my herbs. I even spent extra money that I ain't had no business spending to make sure I got the herbs that I needed. I'm prepared. If we are stuck in the house for 2 weeks, I'm good for 2 weeks. I'm actually good for a month. There's a whole lot of lifestyle changes that I'm making, you know what I'm saying? Or things that I'm going to be extra implementing to help that out. My diet, this is definitely going to be dope on, you know what I'm saying, me getting to my goal diet-wise. Because of, everything is limited and whatever and whatnot, well, y'all need to start thinking about fasting. Do you know that you can literally go 17 days? No, matter of fact, you can actually go 30 days without eating solid food and survive. We're talking about survival here. We're not talking about comfort. We're not saying that you're not going to have hunger pains because your body is used to eating 3 times a day. So that's absolutely going to come. But you can survive. You will not die. You will not die if you don't eat solid food for 30 days. That is a fact. So, can you imagine if you only drank water for 30 days? First of all, you'll be cleansing out your whole body. That's first off. Definitely a good thing. And do you see how much food you would save? The weight you would lose. The clarity that you would get. Because a lot of the reasons why we panic and we got all this stuff, because we don't eat right. Our guts are so polluted that we can't even think straight. You got 2 brains. This and your gut. Think about that. This would be a good time to change your children's diet. I know I said I was going, but I just thought about this. This might be a good time to do that. You got your children, you know what I'm saying, all hooked on, on this McDonald's and this is down the third. And to be quite honest, y'all only do that shit because you ain't got no time. You give, again, going right back into it. You give all your time to this place. So you don't even have the time to give your children the proper nutrition that they need. Well, see, now you got 2 weeks to sit down and figure that out. It is not worth the $5 to get them that burger and fries. It is worth you spending that extra $5 or extra $10 to cook for them. It's worth it. Because either way, you're going to spend that money. Either you're going to spend the money on the food or you're going to spend the money on the medication. When shit starts fucking up. You're going to pay either way. So stop it with, oh, eating healthy is too expensive. I'm not about to spend, you know what I'm saying? If I can get $5, I can spend $5 on 5 burgers. You know what I'm saying? Spending $5 on one. I know this old lady. She spends about $400-500 a month on medication alone. Her medication bill is someone's rent. Because she thought it was cheap and more, you know what I'm saying, more financially, you know what I'm saying, economically, you know what I'm saying, sound to eat at fast food restaurants. Pay now or pay later. You choose. See, you have a choice to spend that money on that food. You're not going to have a choice to take that medication. And you don't get to dictate how much they charge you. Let me tell you, what they charge for drugs, they tell you, you know what I'm saying, they tell you to stay away from drugs, but you know how much they charge you for them drugs? My aunt takes this medication, and without her insurance, it's $300. And that's just one of them. If she didn't have insurance, she would have to come out of her pocket $300 for that bottle a month. Something that she needs, that the doctor told her that she needed. She went to him, told her issues. He examined her or whatever. And what he came up with is, okay, I need to give you this. This is what you need. But it costs that much. Why? They don't care about y'all, man. You need to care about yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You are responsible for your health. You are responsible for your life. These people are going to do what's best for them. So you do what's best for you. All right. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. See if I can remember these announcements. Make sure you go on YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get all this inspiration. All right. Definitely on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't go on Facebook and on Instagram too tough anymore. So definitely go on there. You definitely catch all of this. You know what I'm saying? And you'll never miss out anything. You want to rewind, go back, you know what I'm saying? Recalibrate some things. You can go there and definitely do that. Okay. If you need to, you need to join the wave and you need to return to essentials and you need to shop at TFeesCorner.square.site. Up into with all the situations going on, the website is being discounted and most of the full bars are $5. It is going to remain that way, you know what I'm saying, until further notice. There is a special bar called the Thieves Bar. I would recommend you get that. It's for sanitizing. It's an organic way to sanitize your hand, since it's legal for folks to be able to gouge prices. Something else that I forgot to mention, but goes to the whole not being free, like hand sanitizer, $20. I see people selling it on eBay and Amazon and all that jazz. Just something that normally costs like $2 is now $12 because the crisis is going on. And that's legal. Shop at TFeesCorner.square.site. $5. And it gives you an opportunity to see and try a different and a more healthier lifestyle. Your skin is your biggest organ. You put toxins in it every day. Every time you use deodorant, and I'm guilty of this too. When you use perfume, lotion, and all that stuff, you're toxifying your body. It's the same thing as you eating McDonald's. It's the same difference. You're polluting your body, you know what I'm saying? Your skin, through your pores. So it may be in your best interest to try something new. Like I get heat rashes a lot. And I've been using the new, I think it's called Hydroplicis. I can't think of how you say it, but it has golden seal in it. It's been doing wonders for my body right now. I'm loving it. $5. TFeesCorner.square.site. Also, air. The whole virus thing is airborne, right? So get you one of them smudge spliffs. Sage, it purifies the air naturally. So get you a smudge spliff. Whether it be frontal, whether it be the green leaf, that banana leaf, whichever one. But go and get you a smudge spliff. So you can make sure you can not only purify the air, you'll be changing the energy. See how that makes a double, how that's double, you know what I'm saying, protection. Not only are you getting the energy right in your room, in your house, you get to protect the air. All at the same damn time. Go to namaste.square.site and get you some. Smudge spliff. They're the bomb. I've been using them on the show if you see me. Trying to get the energy right at the beginning. Get us started right. Go on and get you some. So that'll be TFeesCorner.square.site for all your natural body care products. And that'll be Namaste Namarole for all of your hemp and smudge and chemical, I made that word up, needs. Okay? TFeesCorner.square.site, Namaste Namarole.square.site. If you would like to know more and get you some of this Alpha 7 and any other herbs, you know what I'm saying, or products that will help your body heal or help it heal itself, holla at me. I'm going to put the links inside of the captions. Have access to this. Get you some. This Alpha 7 is good for viral and bacterial infections. So I don't care what virus it is. This is what you need. Okay? What else can I tell you, beautiful people? What else? Yes, donate to AMPspirationTTV. We're growing. You know what I'm saying? But we need all the help that we can get. So, you know what I'm saying? Donate to the PayPal or to the Cash App. If you donate $27 or more, I will give you our awesome t-shirts. Let me go and get you one so you can see it. Yes. Sorry, Little Ma's not helping today. Here we go. Yes. Get your brand t-shirts. Got my digital business card on it. So you'll be a walking business card for AMPspirationTTV. Spread this AMPspiration. Come and get you one. Donate. Cash App is AMPspire Media LLC. And the PayPal is paypal.me/PlumpQueen. Yes, that's what it is. Donate to the cause so I can keep bringing you this inspiration so we can keep finding out these solutions together. All right? So get your brand t-shirts, get your smudge spliff, get your soap, subscribe to AMPspirationTTV on YouTube. And yeah, if you need a digital business card, absolutely, yo, those things are super dope. And I'm about to get crazy creative with that, so y'all stay tuned to that. Y'all gonna see AMPspirationTTV everywhere. This is where I get to get creative, and I cannot wait. But if you want a digital business card, they are extremely dope. They are very dope. I put myself in a situation where with those QR codes, all I gotta do, no matter where I go, I turn them things into stickers. So you're gonna see one of these in a town near you. Somebody's downtown situation. So this is my digital business card. All you got to do is scan this, and everything that I have going on comes to your phone. It is so dope. Yes, if you need this for your business, I promise you, especially if you have a creative business such as it is definitely a great way, you know what I'm saying, to get you out there and to get your information out there in a more convenient way. Because, you know, with business cards, not to say to stop people from doing that, but, you know, for me, getting them never really works. And I always go to these networking events, whether it be on the fly, and I never have business cards to give people. And a lot of times people, you know, take business cards because I have a whole drawer full of business cards, and I really can't get, you know what I'm saying, through all of them, to be quite honest. And I tend to forget. Now, I don't throw them away, but they're kind of just there. You know what I'm saying? But with this, it goes straight to your phone. This is something that you can tag on your bookmark. You know what I'm saying? If you ever want to come back to it. And I mean, it's just a really dope situation. So if that's something that you would like to, you know, to venture into or to help with your business, holla at me. All right. I got you. Smudge Spliff. Tell me more. Okay. A Smudge Spliff by Namaste Namarole, and add .square.site, so you can go order you some. They're pretty much these spliffs. You know how, I know if you ever heard of course you've heard of sage. So you have the sage bundles. Well, this is saged, pretty much wrapped up like a blunt. So it looked like you about to smoke a real hard Marley, but what you're really doing is you're just blowing the sage instead of kind of waving it around. And how I like to describe it, I call it saging with intentions, because I can literally blow in a specific place. I can blow in a, you know, specific area that I want, instead of just clearing the whole air. I can be more specific with what it, you know what I'm saying, with the energy that I'm, or where I want to put the energy. So, Namaste, Namarole, .square.site. If you look up through the comments, yes, I see Tiffany is on there. She is the CEO and the creator. Love, love, love you, Tiffany. She is a dope individual. I'm about to put her on the spot. We need to have her on this show to talk about motherhood. I've been getting a lot of, I get a lot of good, you know what I'm saying? Some people agree with what I say and support it, but then other people feel like because I don't have children that I should be limited in what I say because I've never had the experience. So with that being said, Tiffany got about 7 babies, 7 beautiful children that she and her husband have brought into this world. So I am sure she knows a lot about having babies and breastfeeding and all of these things. So she can actually give you great information about things that she's actually done and what she implements in her own family. And I have to convince her to get on this camera so she can talk and give you this information, because you guys need it. We need to learn these things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't like just pointing out problems. We want solutions. Because to be quite honest, everybody know what their problem is. We already know what's going on and what we need to change, but sometimes we just don't know where to find the solution is because we're so trained for certain ways. So I'm going to get her on here so she can give you some pointers and we can talk about it. If y'all don't mind screaming kids in the background, we gonna figure it out, girl. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna let them know it's authentic. Instead of me just telling them you got a bunch of kids, they gonna hear them in the background. So we gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. But she definitely has some great information. She is what I call, she's one of my spiritual guides. I like to say there are certain people that the universe has sent into my life that sends me messages for whatever reason. And you know what I'm saying, the short time I have been, you know what I'm saying, dealing with her. It's been an amazing, you know what I'm saying, relationship. So I love her. I love her family. They're super dope. And yes, I cannot wait to have her on it. So yeah, get you some soap, get you them thieves bars, keep yourself hand sanitized, keep your body, everything that they got going on there is bomb. Okay. So that's about it. That's all I got for y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, letting me have your morning. Because normally I get y'all at night. But, please do your research. Take care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Let's start critically thinking and take this time, you know what I'm saying, that we're kind of stuck and use it to, you know what I'm saying, for a positive benefit. Do not panic. Do not, you know what I'm saying, make this a woe is me situation. You find greatness out of this. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? So I love y'all, and I'm going to let y'all go. So be inspired. Peace.